His original fat Jap remark made a few days ago on the press plane to a reporter he'd known for months was, he says, a joke. When it finally reached print, it disturbed him more than anything else during the campaign. Agnew chose a luncheon crowd on Maui Island who'd probably never heard of the original story to make an emotional ad-lib reply.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick of sloganeering. I'm sick of people reading something different into law and order than what law and order really means. I'm sick of people attempting to put my thoughts into a context that they didn't exist in when I spoke them. I'm not going to apologize for the spirit in which I said what I said to Gino Ishii. I am going to apologize to any who might have read in my words an insult to their Japanese ancestry, or to any who might have read into my words an insult to their Polish ancestry. And I would say that 90% of the people of this country who are born of immigrant parents understand probably better than most how important it is that we, the United States of America, one of the few countries in the world where it's safe to laugh, don't lose our senses of humor. If I have inadvertently offended anyone, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. To those of you who have misread my words, I only say you've misread my heart.
Like a good executive, he must be a strong and confident leader who can design the proper strategy and call the proper play in a given situation. Not every play is designed to result in a touchdown. One that is so intended, however, is the long pass, commonly known as the bomb. The bomb is simple in its execution, requiring only receivers who can run like the wind. And quarterbacks who can reach them. There is no deception. When the bomb works, its results are sudden and electrifying. As beautiful as it is to watch, the bomb is a rare success, mainly because of the past defender, who has become so adept at one-on-one coverage. A more deceptive pass play had to be added, as Eagle coach Joe Koharic explains.
Here we're working on a play-action pass, which we have designed to counteract the aggressive play of a defensive halfback who's more inclined to stop the run. He fakes to the fullback, then to the halfback, and then fires the ball to the end, who has gotten behind the secondary, particularly the defensive back that was trying to cover the running game. This play here is generally utilized when there is short yardage. There's a strong fake to the fullback, trying to lure the defensive halfback and linebacker up, and then he fires to either the deep back who is trying to get behind the secondary. Here we have another version of a play-action pass in which the quarterback fakes to the fullback and the halfback, coming to the same side, then rolling out and hitting the fullback, who has filtered through the line, faking a running play, and then taking the pass from the quarterback. One of the better passes in a crucial situation.
The play-action pass is aimed at one man, the defensive back. Its object is to draw the defender in by faking to the running back, giving the receiver just enough time to get by his man. A well-executed fake is the key. Eagle quarterback Norm Snead used the play-action pass against the Cleveland Browns, and twice it resulted in a touchdown. But the master of the play-action pass is Green Bay quarterback Bart Starr. Due mainly to Starr's deception, the Packers have had more success with this play than any other team. The 1966 Super Bowl was a good example, as Starr threw 2 play-action touchdown passes in the second half to break open a close battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. In the 1967 championship,
I can use it live if we use it. When we do.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Situation of this sort. A man
Sears has a baby swing. Sears has everything.
Like toys.
Ivory soap, 99 and 44 100% pure, recommended by more doctors than any other soap.
the pound of a gavel, the pound of a frightened man's heart.
Janet, can you hear the air conditioning in this microphone?
Oh, Mr. Falcon.
Well, that's the problem. That's another reason for working closer to a microphone. The farther it is away, the more you have to turn the volume up, and when you turn that up, you get the trash as well as the primary sound, and the air conditioner in the background is trash noise. So if you can work closer to the mic, you have more. You can work with a lower audio level, and you can cut out the background noise.
But you see, Mr. C, what we also get, that we hear your tongue, your lips, we hear the mouth, the mouth movements more when you are present.
Okay. I remember.
Practically all chest diseases. And the reason for that is that especially in pneumonia and in tuberculosis and bronchitis and emphysema, the reason is that during the alcoholic stupor, during drunkenness, his reflexes are practically abolished. He has no cough reflex, and so frequently he is apt to aspirate infected material from his throat or from his nose, and above all, if he retches or vomits, he can aspirate the highly irritant gastric juice, and this can lead to aspiration pneumonia, which is a most difficult condition to treat.
You've mentioned a couple of times during the course of our discussion today these alcoholism counselors. Now this seems like a relatively new career opportunity. Where do you get these people, and what kind of training do they have?
This is a new career because we started this in September of 1967. We received a grant from the National Institute of Mental Health to develop a way of training alcoholism counselors. Those are sub-professionals, those are the graduates of high school And in case of alcoholics, we insist that they should have at least 2 years sobriety before we accept them. And so if anyone in the audience is interested, they can call again the Plaza 2000 extension 2756, and we could give them more information. The training program is a 6-month training program. The first 2 months are in classroom, and then the following 4 months are in the field placement. We place these individuals in state hospitals, in general hospitals, in the clinic. We also take them around to show how other agencies deal with alcoholics.
I'm going to have to interrupt you right there because we did promise before our program was over, and it is almost over, that we repeat those 2 telephone numbers. First of all, the telephone number of the Baltimore Area Council on Alcoholism, which is a central clearinghouse for information or where you can take any kind of problem that you have. It's at 22 East 25th Street, 21218, and there's that telephone number, Tuxedo 93553. And the other telephone number is the one, Dr. Schneidmuhl, that you just mentioned, was the Plaza 2000 extension 2756 for the Center on Alcoholism, and we promised the people we put those numbers up so they could see them. Gentlemen, thank you for airing your opinions and views on this problem today. Another provocative subject for the next program, 2 weeks from today, marijuana, 2 viewpoints. You'll want to join us for that.
And as I say, to arouse, there are 2 things that I would like to see aroused. One is that corroding curiosity, and the other one is a feeling of the dignity of good, hard work, which I think has gone practically, well, down the gutter, you might almost say now. Things come so easily, supposedly, from... have you one final word of what you would like to have happen in schools, Shirley?
Well, I think that, of course, we need lots more schools. That's nothing new, but I mean, the teachers, well, some of them are okay, but some of them don't care. Mm-hmm. And in the lower grades, and sometimes in higher grades also, the teachers just pass the children to get rid of them because they're tired of having them around every day.
Yes, well, I suppose that's quite normal. Wouldn't you be occasionally a little tired along those lines? But I think that what we really should do then, Mr. Kemp, is address ourselves to the parents and tell the parents that they should prepare the children for the teachers, and then the teachers carry on. I have found this an extremely interesting conversation. I think it's been extremely illuminating, and I think that the Board of Education understands that we understand its problems, and we also understand the problems of the children. Thank you very much for being here with me this afternoon. It's a topic that, as you know, I'm deeply, deeply interested in. And also it's been wonderful feeling that you're here with us, and I hope that you are going to be thinking along the lines and possibly may have suggestions of your own to schools and to parents as well. Goodbye, and a very, very happy weekend to you.
That's right, Flight 36. The one coming in from Chicago. Jack Benny and Rochester on it. Yeah, please, check on it, will you?
Did you locate Mr. Benny yet?
I'm talking to the airport.
Fine thing, the show starts in 30 seconds. Mr. Benny isn't here yet.
What a time for him to be late. Dennis, even if he lands now, he's got to come all the way in from the airport.
Well, we still got a chance. Tell him to have the plane fly over the studio and drop him.
Drop him?
Boy, what an entrance. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, crash!
What's that? Flight 36 landed over an hour ago. Oh, my gosh, where are those characters?
Well, hello, everybody.
About time you got here, Rochester. Where's Mr. Benny?
I don't know. But weren't you in Chicago with him?
Yeah, but when it was time to come home, I bought a ticket on a regular airline. Mr. Benny found a bargain.
What time's his flight due in?
How do I know? The plane doesn't take off until it's loaded with passengers and doesn't land until it runs out of gas.
10 seconds is showtime. 10 seconds. Rochester, you go to the airport and meet Mr. Benny. Dennis and I'll carry on here as best we can.
Start the show.
Tonight on Channel 2 Theater, Stromboli. Ingrid Bergman stars in Stromboli tonight at 11:20 on Channel 2 Theater.
Itself put the Negro student under a psychological handicap. If that is true, then Negroes are still operating under a handicap, because the psychological attitudes of segregation are being maintained even where integration has been made a fact. Many white people in the South consider this proper and inevitable. Many Negroes consider it necessary, though painful, and not without promise. But others are becoming impatient at the degree to which the old framework still holds. What it has meant at Mississippi, what it may mean in South Carolina. This is the subject of tonight's Eyewitness. Your correspondent, Walter Cronkite, substituting for Charles Collingwood, who wisely picked this freezing week to take a vacation down where the sun still shines.
Eyewitness, the drama of big events. Tonight, witness the color line on campus. Brought to you by the CBS Television Network.
A solitary student on a campus overflowing with school spirit. This has been the life of James Meredith for the last 4 months. As the only Negro at the University of Mississippi, he walks alone, lives alone, with rare exceptions, eats alone at a table apart from his fellow students at the college cafeteria. This week on the guarded campus of Ole Miss was the final week of mid-year exams, a quiet week. After exam, some students would be going home for a breather between semesters. On the morning of his last exam, James Meredith packed his things into his car, ready to leave the campus afterwards, as he has always done on weekends, going home to his wife in the city of Jackson or visiting his attorney. But this time he had announced publicly he might not be coming back, not unless the pressure on him eased up, a statement that brought a new flare-up of harassment. His car, a 10-year-old Cadillac, bears the scars of one recent incident.